What's up, man? Like and subscribe. This your boy Hood, man. I want to holler at y'all real quick too, because I want to talk about that little young guy, man, who got killed or shot rather by the white dude. The older white man shot him. He went to the wrong door. That's the message that they've been putting out on the news. He went to the wrong house. He was going to pick up his twin little brothers, and he knocked on the wrong door. I think it was something like place, but he went to street, or it was street and he went to place. It was the same kind of name of another street. And he rang the doorbell, and an older 84-year-old white man shot him, and shot him in the head, and then I think he said he stood over him and shot him. And this is a 16-year-old kid, A student, about to try to go to school to be an engineer. He was trying to get into Princeton, just all around dope child. And the news is keeping this quiet. They're not blowing it up as like they've been blowing up Chicago, talking about how violent it is and all the stuff that go on around the country, but I mean, especially in the black community. But they definitely are not talking about this 84-year-old white man. So I'm definitely trying to see what was his history like, where somebody black can't even ring your doorbell without their life being taken or almost taken. Like, what is that? I mean, he's a teenager, kid, so obviously kids gonna make mistakes. But for somebody to shoot a kid and almost kill him, it ain't even real. It's like, it's beyond understanding. So it's like, and they didn't arrest the guy right away. They let him stay free for a bit. He didn't just like get arrested that night like they would have did a black person. They locked us up that same night, no question. Oh yeah, so they just arrested and locked him up within recent days. And it's like, what the hell? So is he gonna go to jail at 84 years old? Probably not. The two felonies that they charged him with was like harming a person with a weapon or something like that. Nothing like attempted murder. Nothing like trying to, attempted manslaughter, like whatever they can do. Like they would make up these words and laws for black guys if that happened to a black person. But it's just crazy how somebody could just come out their crib and shoot up the hood or shoot up somebody on the porch. And the crazy thing about it is that, and this is the crazy thing about it, the kid went to 3 or 4 houses before somebody let him talk to them, because everybody maybe heard the gunshots, so they didn't want to open the door. Finally, when he did get somebody that'll talk to him, the person demanded that the kid with 2 bullet wounds or more in his body laid on the ground with his hands behind his back before the guy would even approach the kid or talk to him. Can you imagine something so crazy, man? But that's what's going on in the world, man. So what do you do about that? What can you say? You protect the kids, you protect the youth, and you try to see how something you can do can change the world if your little self can make a mission or make a move like that. I mean, we're not senators, we're not people that like run the world in those corporate offices like that. But it's like, what do you do about somebody 84 years old that could possibly get off from actually almost killing somebody? Why is this man that mental? Well, maybe he always been mental. Maybe he became mental as an older man. You wouldn't even know. Why is this kid life in a threat? The people went out there and protested in front of the guy's house, and that made the city have to stand up and do something about it, because it's like, hey, you lucky. If he was younger, they probably would have went in his crib and kicked his ass, or did worse. But he's 84 years old, so what can you do to somebody that old? Anything you do to somebody that old could frighten them to kill him, give him a heart attack, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really sad to see that happened to that kid, and I just wish that stuff like that wouldn't happen. But they perpetuate on TV why it's okay to hurt a black kid, it's okay to hurt a black person. You see story after story about all the stupid shit that go on in the world and the country, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, hey, you know what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy, man. So I just want to holler at y'all about that. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of say like, man, that kid was trying to go on with his life and try to be somebody in the world. Now, could you imagine the mental stuff that's going to hit him over his brain? And he'd be thinking to himself like, man, what that white man going to do to me? What that white guy going to do? Somebody get loud with him or something like that in a room or in a place, or he got to do a job interview. He going to have a mitigated scaredness for any time he around older white men, especially if one get loud with him. And he's a teenager now, so maybe he can outgrow that, because it's going to be some kind of after effect. from getting shot by something like that when you was completely innocent. You would think that the guy would just be like, yo, I can help you, young man. What you need to find out. And then he tell him, yo, I need to find out la 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 and la la lee. And the old man say, okay, yeah, la, la. Wrong address. Sorry. But you know, seeing a black person is automatic. Oh my God, my life is being threatened. They're trying to kill me. But the black dude don't get to think like that. It's like he supposed to think like, oh, you're a nice old white man. You probably like black people, right? It's like he's just a kid. He don't even understand life at this point. 15, 16, you can't even understand what life is right there at that point. And his parent who told him to go get him, I know their parent is thinking, what the fuck was I thinking? You know, maybe he didn't have a car. Maybe they had a bus and the bus dropped him off in the wrong area. He had never been to the place, so he didn't know where he was going. And when he got there, this is what happened, and it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to see what they're gonna do. Are they gonna lock that white guy up? Is he gonna be able to escape like most of them do? And they just come up and say, "Oh, okay, 6 months," and you know, like it's a story about this. I heard a story recently about this black lady in New York. Her son got shot all these times, like by the police in New York, and they tried to kill him. And then I think it was 90 times to be exact. I really do believe it was 90 times. No, I remember what happened. He got ambushed by some other guys trying to kill him for whatever reason, because I'm not from New York. I don't remember how it happened. But he ended up dying, and the guys got arrested. But then the lady, I guess this was the mother talking on the video, and the mother was saying that when the new mayor came in, he gave those guys different charges than what initially they had, which he lessened. He lessened it. Initially, they were charged with like murder and all these old tough laws, tough crimes. And then eventually, when the new mayor came in, he made what she was saying. This happened from that, and it was just like, damn, you know, that could happen. You know what I'm saying? You lose your family member, and then all of a sudden they could change the laws to make sure the people who hurt the person don't have to do a full jail time like normal people would have to do if they did a crime. So it's just how, you know, life ain't fair, man. All this stuff is up and down, and you don't know how it's gonna turn out. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy how that happened for that kid. Like it's like he's such a youngster. It's like, damn. You know what I mean? He got shot like that, so it's going to be a mental issue that he's going to face behind having to deal with something like that because he's just very young at this time. And he doesn't understand that 90% of the life is going to have to be about going to white people, asking for jobs, going to white people, working all day. Just that's what life is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, how he going to deal with it? He in some warehouse and, you know what I'm saying, the manager get mad, hey, man, you 30 minutes late. You 10 minutes late. Like, what's your problem? I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson. I da, da, da. And they're like, no, man, I kind of talk to you every week. And it's like, oh, shit. You know, this one of the moments again. You know what I mean? Stuff comes, sometimes you can forget about it when you're young, and then later in life, it'll come back to you. Now you got kids. Now you got a job. Now you move to another state. And then all that stuff start rushing back into your brain, and nobody can even understand why you tweaking or acting weird or drinking or whatever you're doing. You know, gambling. You know what I'm saying? You get this stuff just come back and trigger you in life later in life, and you just don't know what's going on until it happens. So that was some crazy shit Shorty had to deal with, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to protect the youth because, you know, they could get in mistakes like that. They just young. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, man, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he gets straight. And they say he's out of the hospital now and he recovering at home. But, you know, the hospital is going to be crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully Shorty get right, man, and everything work out for him. And I hope an 84-year-old man understand the magnitude of what he did, you know, because he could probably be too old to even understand it. You know what I'm saying? 84 is hella old, you know, so you couldn't really know the mental state of a person at that age, because you just, especially if you don't know him. You know what I'm saying? So we'll just see how it all play out, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about that story, man. Like and subscribe. It's your boy Hood.